everyone. I'm so excited to be here with all of you, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We generally, when we talk of stress, we are all disturbed, right? But I think oxidative stress is a good topic to talk. And thanks, Laurie, for having me here today. So I'm going to a little bit talk about from a layman's standpoint, because we decided that quickly, if we want to tell anyone what is oxidative stress, what to do, so people know about that there is physical stress, mental stress, emotional stress, financial stress. There is n number of stress, but people may have it or may not have it. But oxidative stress, everyone has it, period, so I think that's a very important take home message for everyone, that if we are living, we have cells, which is an individual unit of the body, and every cell as we age gets this oxidative stress. So what exactly it is, like going back to our high school days, in our cell there is a lot of energy production which takes place, and like how in car we have the exhaust which comes out because of the burning of the gasoline in the engine. What happens in the cell is the same thing. Like as the energy is produced, we have free radicals. So up to the age of 20 years, what we have is that they are utilized by our body's own antioxidant process. But as the aging process
Move desired effect to 2 settings or keep as is.
So years ago, we were all looking forward to vitamins like as antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin E, but the NRF2 activation technology, what has excited me as a cardiologist is that because I want to eradicate heart problems, and it is possible because 80% of heart attacks are preventable, and it is very sad that everyone is succumbing to heart attacks and heart disease, which is actually a preventable disease. And NRF2 activation has a huge role to play, because it helps to combat these free radicals. And I think that it's the only product which is researched on this planet, I know, with patents, that it is known to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. Though yeah, it's a natural supplement, it's not supposed to prevent, treat, cure, or mitigate any disease. But at the same time, we all know that NRF2 activation is a real science. Washington State University says it is really a breakthrough in medicine, and we all doctors believe in it. Yes, Laurie, you have.
Okay. Yes, that's wonderful. And we're so grateful and so lucky that I'm kind of like you. It found me, right? Just like it found you. And what I would like for you to do is share now. We know that oxidative stress is attached to every one of our vital organs. Tell us in particular the connection and the effects that it has on heart or heart disease.
Sure. Yes, oxidative stress is linked to majority of the chronic diseases, but as we all know that heart is the #1 killer all over the world, whether it is a developing country or a developed country. So in heart disease, the main problem is the coronary artery disease, where there are blockages in the arteries of the heart that constitutes almost 80% of the heart problems, what we call scientifically atherosclerosis, which is actually a aging process where the heart arteries become hard and calcified. Okay, so what NRF2 activation in Protandim does is that, like all of you can go through the Ohio State studies, and there are a lot of these studies which have been done. So basically what Protandim, there have been studies where it goes and helps you, like wherever that oxidization of the LDL, which is a bad cholesterol, actually that causes the blockages. And what the studies have shown is that Protandim reduces this oxidation process, which is there. So it helps you to combat this bad cholesterol and its ill effects on the arteries causing the blockages. So what is important to know. It helps you to go to the root cause of the problem, and as a cardiologist, it's excited me because when we look at heart disease, actually right now, what we are offering is a mechanical solution to a disease which is happening at a cellular level. Like, what do I mean by that? When we are doing an angioplasty, like we all know, we put in a stent, like through the we just burst open the balloon, through the balloon, the blockage, so we are just disturbing what is happening over there, and then putting in a drug eluting stent, and which kills the cells over there. So like, so we are not actually, we are just clearing the obstruction, but we are not removing the disease causing process. I think that's very important, and what the Ohio State study has shown is that Protandim helps, like they put in the solution, Protandim solution, those vein grafts. So they showed that, like, after bypass or after angioplasty, there is this reblockage formation which happens, and Protandim helps to control that, So I see this as a very powerful tool, that it helps people in, like in solving their issues with like health related to heart,
Absolutely. I mean, doesn't that just let you guys know more and more every time we hear and learn more? It's just that responsibility and that obligation that we have to make sure that we get this information. Just get the information out to people, right? We're not thinking we need you to be a customer. We need you to be a distributor. We just need you to be educated, right? We just need to make sure people have that opportunity to hear about it.
And Laurie, I just want to add one more thing, because we have a lot of people here today, Sunday evening. Don't think that, like, you have to be a doctor, because many people think that, like, oh, this is supplements, this is medicine, and this is a good thing for the doctors. No, I feel that this is good for the people, anyone who is interested in health and wellness, anyone who has this vision of making this world a healthy place and help people live a better life. I think can do this, so it is, that's why I told in a very simple language, and all of you please have this conviction that what we have at hand is something which is very precious, and this message has to be told to each and everyone without holding any back or any reservations, because that's the truth which people needs to know. And you don't have to be a doctor for this, because we have the scientific backup. And remember one thing, that doctors always get their education from the pharmaceutical and the reps. They are not doctors, so what I see, the Life Vantage family and all the people out here, that they are just learning more about the studies and the science, and you can go out and talk to people. Nothing stops you, because what you're sharing is true science,
Oh,